To Class Online School. Here we discuss educational stuffs. We discuss topics that is family oriented. We handle the Nigerian curriculum from JSS1 to SS3, counseling section that deals with issue arising, sex education to help our teenagers and preteen navigate through their teen period, and sometimes business tips. Thank you for joining me today. Today we are going to talk to our teenagers and equally our caregivers on worries that teenagers have today. Some of the worries that teenagers go through today. We are going to talk about 10 of these worries. Sometimes our teenagers can be very hard to handle. Even when they are going through a lot of things, even when a lot of things is bothering them, they will decide to seal their lip and not talk to you. They may not even want to let you know what they are going through. So as a teenager or as a caregiver, what are some of these problems? What are some of these issues that these teenagers might be going through without letting you know? Or even if they let you know, how will you be able to help? Now we're going to identify these problems. In our subsequent edition, we're going to look at the solution to this problem or tips that can help you to render help to them on how to handle these issues. Now, I want to talk about the first one is body image. In this era of social media, where everybody is looking perfect out there in their own imperfection, these young minds do not know the sugar-coated way people are living their life. And so when they evaluate their life based on what they see on social media or what they see what their friends are doing, they start to question the perfection of their body. From the color of their skin to the shape of their nose, their lips, their hip, many body parts. It affects both girls and boys. So when they start dwelling more on this, they start looking at themselves as inferior. They start suffering this body image identity. They feel that they are not enough for themselves. They feel that they are not properly made. So this area can actually make them feel down. It can make them have low self-esteem, and it can make them think that they are not enough for themselves. That is one problem. Remember I said in another edition we're going to look at possible solution to all of these problems. That's one problem, body image. Trying to identify with who you are not. Try to be your authentic self. Leave that sugar-coated body that people put out there. They try to make themselves perfect in their own imperfection. Find yourself. Who are you? In other of my videos, I'm going to talk about body image extensively. How you might not be affected. But that's one problem our teenagers face. Number two is fitting in. They want to go after the crowd. They want to fit into the system. Their peers, their friends, whether online or offline. They don't want to be left out. They don't want to be looked at as not worthy. So they want to follow the crowd. They want to see how are people dressing, let me dress that way. How are people talking, let me talk that way. What are they doing? People are going to white party, let me join. Let me do what they are doing. This is what is happening on social media, let me do. They want to fit in, they want to follow the crowd. That's number two problem that our teenagers face. Then the third one is they are worried about their grades in school. Most times we seem to emphasize more on grades than intellectual development. When you focus more on a child's grade, it's good, but in its totality, that's not the true picture of that child. The child can be good in one area and can be bad in the other area. What you do is to help the child. So they are concerned about what will be my grade in school. How will my parents look at me? How will others look at me? The anxiety of making good grades. The anxiety of how do I cope with school stress? How do I cope with school anxiety? How do I deal with these many homeworks, assignments? That's another worry that comes to our teenagers' mind. Then the next one is failure. What if I fail? How do they handle failure? Failure makes them feel like they've come to the end of the road. They are not worthy of who they are. So nobody take them very seriously because they have failed. So teenagers look at failure as a rock bottom for them. They feel they have come to their end. They feel they are worthless. They feel that they have disappointed themselves and those who love them. We want to see how we can help them handle failure. That failure is not just failing out, but it's failing forward. Fall forward to see how you can pick yourself up and be a better version tomorrow. That mistake you make today, you will not make it tomorrow. So failure is another problem. That's the number 4 of our problem. Then mental health. What induces mental health? Depression, anxiety, okay, peer pressure, bullying. All of these put together can lead to mental health. If a child is bullied, if a child has panic attack, if a child is going through a lot of anxiety and anxiousness, depression, feeling lonely, feeling left out, it can be a problem. It's a problem for some of our teenagers. Some teenagers have attempted suicide because of depression or because of overdose or addictive use of hard drugs. So mental health is another issue that faces our teenagers. Then we'll talk about self-esteem. Self-esteem and body image seems to work hand in hand, even if they can be separated. Self-esteem is they look at themselves as not worthy because maybe their friends did not take them to fit into the system, or they feel that the other person is better than them, comparing themselves. It makes them to develop this low self-esteem about themselves. So self-esteem is another problem of our teenagers. And then we'll talk about family issues. Family issues. Why are my parents or my caregivers not financially buoyant to give me everything I want, to give me the world? Or why are my parents going through tough time? Why are they negotiating divorce? Why am I fighting with my siblings? Why is things not moving well for my family? That's another issue that teenagers face. Family issue. Then we'll talk about peer pressure. Pressure from friends, associates, pressure to get involved in sexual activity, pressure to abuse alcohol, pressure to be in white parties, pressure to be dating, pressure to be in one form of relationship or the other. These are problems associated with our teenagers. And then I want to talk lastly, they have another problem, romantic relationship. Believe it or not, it is something that goes on in the mind of teenagers. They have this problem of, how do I go into a romantic relationship? They think about, how do I handle my crush? What will I do on my first date? How will it look like in my first kiss? How will I accept rejection if I like a boy or a girl and the other person did not accept me? Fighting rejections. All of these are problems that are associated with our teenagers. So if you are a parent and you are thinking, or you are a caregiver and you are thinking, what are the problems that your teenagers go through? Number 1, body image. 2, fitting in. 3, their school activity. 4, failure. 5, mental health. 6, self-esteem. 7, fear. Okay, there's one I miss. Fear of missing out. FOMO. They FOMO into anything trending. The language that is trending, the dressing that is trending, whatever that is trending in the neighborhood, in the environment, whatever that is trending in social media. Hard drug is trending, they want to FOMO in. White party is trending, they want to FOMO in. This is the dress or the clothes, the grooming that is trending, they want to FOMO in. They don't want to mix out. That's another point. So another of their issue is FOMO, fear of missing out. So FOMO, family pressure or family issues, romantic relationship, peer pressure. These are peculiar problems that our teenagers face. Remember that teenagers are very important people to us. We love them so much. So most of our videos are tailored towards them because they are passing through a hard time. Inwardly, outwardly, they are passing through a hard time. So it's time for us as counselors, as teachers, as caregivers, as well-meaning individuals, as friends to these teenagers, to look into their problems, see how we can help them. That will help them to navigate. If you leave them on this island, they are going to wander and they will get lost. But if you are there for them, you understand this problem, you understand how to solve this problem for them, they will navigate very well. So in my subsequent edition, I'm going to talk about these problems we've identified that our teenagers have. How do we help them to pass through this stage? So the topic has been worries of teenagers today. We've listed about 10 worries that our teenagers have today. So look into them, see how you can provide solution to these teenagers. They need your help, they need my help, they need our help all together. This is Class Online School. Follow the page if you are not following. What is that topic you want us to discuss? This is a dialogue class, not a monologue class. Comment below the comment box. Tell me what you want us to discuss. If you have solution to this problem that we've discussed and you think there is something you can suggest, comment below the comment box. Somebody might go through it and have solution to his problem. We create family-oriented content and other content that helps us to build attitude to you. Thank you for joining me today. I'll see you in our next